So you've been busy working on your barn throughout the harsh British winter, and with summer just around the corner, what do? You down tools and start a completely new project. Welcome to my 3-part series, my outdoor kitchen and pizza oven. Usual rules on this channel apply: DIY skills, working on my own, completely made up design, all the cock-ups left in. It's July 2024, let's get started.
Right, welcome to the back of my house. Never been here before, have we? So this is completely the opposite to where the barn is. And to say it's a little unloved would be an understatement. First of all, the house desperately needs a paint. You can see up the top there, there's like roof tiles falling out. Anyway, that's not today's problem. The area we're going to be working on is actually in here. So this area where you see the box growing within the raised bed is where I am going to put, I hope, an outdoor kitchen. Okay, so the first job is I'm going to have a go at removing this raised bed and I'm going to try and keep some or all of this box because I might use it later on or give it to someone. This is the tamest blackbird I've ever seen. I mean, literally just walking up to me. It loves it because of course I'm tearing up so much. Just help itself to grub some worms. You're welcome. We're feeding her babies. I hope the magpie doesn't get them. Another major part of this, it's just a bit of landscape and I am going to cover it, is I want to lose these two conifers. Now I'm going to go in and do one more check. Absolutely sure there's nothing nesting in there. I don't believe there is. They're very spindly when you get inside them. At the last strand here. Right, let's go in with the chainsaw. Need to reduce this lot a bit. Right, well I've already moved half of that, but absolute carnage everywhere. So I'm just going to remove all this waste now.
So we've got another husband and wife team watching the channel, hopefully not in bed like the last episode. And this one is a new country. We're off to Canada and it comes from Bill R, who's in, and I had to look it up, Burton in the province of New Brunswick in Canada. Thanks for watching, Mr. and Mrs. Bill R.
Right, I'm back. It's a week later. I need to crack on here. So today I'm going to dig out the trenches and get some concrete down. So that took about an hour and 20 to dig out, tiring work. I've got down to basically what I'm always looking for where I live is a sandbank. It's like sand and pebbles. Very firm, you can definitely build on that. This area here is where the brick oven is going to go. So I'm actually going to do this first and get some breeze blocks put on it. Right, there you have it, all dug out. I'm just going to check my levels, it looks alright by eye. And then start doing something I don't particularly enjoy, which is mixing concrete in a wheelbarrow because my mixer is out on loan until next week. Had a bit of a delivery in the week. Seems like a huge amount of blocks, doesn't seem right at all. I mean, that looks like the size of the oven thing as a sort of solid area. Doesn't matter, might have a few left over. Unfortunately though, it's nowhere near where I need it, so I'll have to use the Avant to get it up there. Okay, that's not bad. Levels are good. There's only about, there's probably about 5mm difference in it, but we can sort that out with the breeze block course. I really regret buying these blocks. I thought because they were hollow in the middle, they wouldn't be too heavy. They are very heavy. These haven't been laid particularly well. You can see bottom right. Can I just say a little bit in my defence, as I had such a bad mortar last time, I couldn't really manipulate the position of the blocks, and they're very heavy. So I'm looking to basically sort of normalise that out today. Okay, so that's a lot easier. It's not brilliant, by the way. Never is with me, because I'm not a bricklayer. But that's gone on a lot easier. Okay, first course in. That front bit will stay open, by the way. That took about, well over an hour, I think. I have to look at the film, but no, about an hour. But obviously a good hour of prep before that, so that's 2 hours gone. We're at midday already. Right, I've just dug the second side trench out. Bit of concrete mixed, this time with a mixer, bit easier. So got another delivery. Thing is, though, it's very, very tight down here. This is going to save me a lot of time. Right, so this is like super efficient. Haven't lifted a bag yet. Right, so all the blocks are now in. And that is ready for the slab. I've also done the concrete on that side, and I've also just put a very thin layer of concrete in the middle. That's just to sort of seal it in, because there's going to be storage space there, and I'm thinking creepy crawlies are going to work their way up. Okay, so the next job on the list is to get this big concrete slab on top. I've seen some people like kind of create them on the ground and then lift them on. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it in situ, get a tighter fit, and I won't have to lift it. I've also decided, you know, see this little block here in the middle, I just still feel there's quite a big span going on here, and even though I'm going to reinforce the concrete with some rebar, I just think having I kind of see these 4 blocks here in the middle, and I'm just going to quickly mortar those in and stack them up just to give it a bit of support in the middle. I mean, it's a dead space anyway. There's going to be a bit of a log store, but I don't need all of that space back there. Okay, I've got a load of spare 2x4 and a load of plywood, so I'm now going to prepare the sort of base of where the concrete is going to pour. Only one thing for it, I'm going under. So in anticipation of doing a load more crawling around, got some knee pads for the first time. This really is the most excessively noisy tool I own, compared to how big it is. Okay, there's that. Well, what will be the bottom section of the slab. Now, the obvious thing is if I pour concrete in there, it's going to go inside those concrete blocks. So I'm going to attempt to fill those holes with something. So this is actually expanding foam. Looks like the bomb squad should get on it, because it looks like it's about to explode any minute. I've had it down on site for about a year and it's gone a bit rusty, but I think it works. Okay, appears to have some life in it, and it's blue.
Ah, blue, yellow, pink. Whatever, man. Just keep bringing me that.
It's not going to work. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use these bags, but these will probably do on their own. What to do. This is rebar. You can buy it as a grid and you can cut it size easily with a hacksaw. I'm not doing this now, but just want to check it's the right size, which it is. So to save a bit of time and energy, I'm going to mix the concrete and put it into the bucket and then tip it in. I have checked it does go high enough. Okay, so I have used, how many bags was it? It was 4 plus 4. I think I've used 18 bags and I'm exactly halfway. How do I know I'm halfway? Because for once I had the foresight to put some measurements in. I'm aiming for 120, so we look to be about 6 short of that. So I need another 18 bags to go in, and I currently have none. So I'm going to have to go and get some. Here we are at the builder's yard. It's a place I always quite enjoy coming to. It's got to be said, I am no stranger to abusing cars. Viewers of the channel will remember the Mini and the Timber. The old Mini's still going strong. You're right. Well, the thing about a convertible car is you can get quite a lot in them. Now, you might think I've got 20 bags of concrete at 20 kilos. The way I'm looking at it is, a chubby man or woman weighs at least 100 kilos. So if I do like 4 lots of 5 piles of bags in the seats, should be fine. There you go. Always generates a bit of a comedy here at the yard when I do this. Anyway, let's see if we can make it home. Right, made it back. Just got to get all that up over there. Okay, I think that should be enough. Just going to spread that out now. Right, the next day. This is fairly exciting. Something very satisfying about taking these off, assuming it's dry. Sure it is. Okay. Oh, right. Well, that's interesting. Oh dear, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Or is it, how could it be a good thing? It's not a bad thing, but let's have a look at that. So we're basically 130mm here, going down to yeah, 110. That's fine. Oh,
Flying high upon the wings of love.
loving the knee pads. So I've just dry laid a few bricks to get a bit of a feel for what I want. I mean, I know roughly where I'm heading with it. So I'm going to have this sort of base here. I don't think I'm going to take that any further in. I think I might just plywood it inside. So what the design calls for is an arch here. Now, I am no stranger to making arches, and I made a considerably bigger arch for my barn. So it should be a walk in the park. Yeah, right. Lovely, lovely yellow sand. I bet you're thinking, all sand is yellow, Alex. Well, no, it's not. Up here they tend to get red looking sandstone. It was the stuff I had in the bags earlier on in this project. And it kind of looks pink in appearance in the mortar, which I don't want. When the guy came to deliver it, he wasn't very comfortable getting near the site. So here we are, back down at the barn. It's not abandoned, it is mothballed while I mess around with this new project. I will be back on this very, very soon. Actually, since we're down here, there's a couple of things just to show you. First of all, now that's an arch, which is why I'm not particularly fearful of this brick arch. But also, this shows you the colour of the set mortar. Right, hopefully I'm not doing anything stupid here, could well be. What an idiot. What an idiot. It wasn't caught on camera. Oh dear. Then, put together. Right, I've dry laid that just to give me a sense of size and scale, and it's spot on. Lovely. Right, it's 12:30 already. I've not laid a single brick. Thought it'd be a bit further on by now, but I'm well prepped. Another thing, one thing I've always lacked, like when I did the barn project, is a good mortarboard. So there you go, I've just cut this from the offcuts of that, I reckon. Right, that's absolutely terrible. Okay, but I'm going to show you the dark art of polishing a turd a bit later on. Trust me, it will look all right by this evening. Now, I just want to remind you all, I'm a DIYer, and now I have built most of a barn, right? But this is the first time I've done it. I have laid some bricks before. I did 2 courses for a raised bed, but that's my experience, right? Your friends, this is not for a professional brickie, right? This is for an amateur brickie. Have a go brickie. You want one of these. Don't know what it's called. One of these. It's called a dustpan brush. Dust brush. Right. Basically, you can see I've already started this. I'm simply going. Oh, by the way, this has been in for about an hour and a half, and this mortar was too dry in the first place. Gently. Being too dry was part of the problem. A lack of talent and experience is the other. And there you have it. The perfect crime. Right, it's 4:45. That's a good day's work. So yeah, it looks pretty smart, I think. Again, not a professional, just keep saying it. But looks like it's coming together pretty well. And the sun has come out. Lovely. But I'm off to sunny España this week, so I've got some proper sunshine. Tell you what, I reckon this get me in the mood.
Well, we've got another country to add to the map. It's Bosnia and Herzegovina, and we're off to Mostar, and this is from Mostar256, who says he enjoys watching it. Anyway, there's the pin going in, southwest of Sarajevo. Cheers for watching. Okay, you're probably thinking, why are you not in Spain? Okay, I actually did have a few hours the next day. I was going early the next day afterwards. But the point is, I thought, I'll get this thing done and I can have it there ready, all set when I get back.
Got okay, I suppose, in the end. I mean, I'll tidy up. I always say this. If I'm completely honest with you, did rush it a little bit. Right, I really am off to sunny España tomorrow, so that's it for another week. Voila! Back from Spain. Actually have done. This is all looking a bit rougher than I remember it, if I'll be honest, but it's okay. I don't need to take this out, I just fancy it. Oh my god. Okay, that's not attached there. All there. God. Okay. I am regretting that. That's a good start after the holiday. Oh, what an idiot. Right. I know you're not going to believe me, but I was thinking to myself, it didn't take very long to put that together. I might just redo it. The option has now been taken away. Alright.
Well, I hope you enjoyed laughing at my expense. Maybe so much so you could give the video a like. And if you like cock-ups, make sure you click subscribe, because then you can see me setting fire to the whole thing in the next episode.
I have bought 2 of these. This is the smaller one. Not exactly flush, but anyway. This is a plastic coating. I will take that off, so they're all stainless steel. Clean that wood as well. I'm not very happy with the quality of that. This is quite an expensive product, that. Right, very productive day. It's always a bit underwhelming at this point. It doesn't look like there's a lot going on, but bloody was. Quite happy with the quality. So I've got the wood in, we're up to course 4. I think it'll look better as I go on. And also, I've now started to get the 2 courses in down here. So that's the grill area. There's going to be another concrete slab going across there. So, yeah, looking good. One thing I mentioned a couple of times is that I've got these bricks have got the indentation on it, about half of them in the pack, and then half of them haven't. And I'm thinking I should probably be doing something a bit different. You know, maybe these are for corners, and those in between, I don't know, it's a bit odd. Anyway, I need to find out what that is. I've Googled it and I can't find an obvious answer. Right, there's only one way to find out.
Hello, Hughes Gray.
Oh, hello there. I bought a pack of the, I think they're like the Cheshire sort of tumble bricks from you. I've got a quick question. Some of them have like got the indentation in them at the bottom, and some of them haven't, about 50-50. Is that deliberate, and am I supposed to sort of do something with that, if you catch my drift?
What do you mean by the indentation? Like a mark on the back?
Well, like, so on most of them, they're like, you know, they're like kind of, they're hollowed out in the middle, you know, like to make them lighter, if you know what I mean. Half of them are like that. And then half of them are like a complete block, if you know what I mean. They haven't got like the indentation underneath, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you mean like the frog? So like on the.
That's the one.
You know, for some reason, the Van der Sanden bricks, some of them come with that frog in it, and some come as solid. It's a bit. They come really.
Yeah. All right. No worries. I'll use them. That's fine.
Yeah. No problem.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, mate.
All right. Mystery not solved. I don't know. Put something in the comments about that. I don't think they should be 50-50 because. Obviously, it affects the amount of mortar you put down each course. So I'm having to do like 1 course with, 1 course without. Right, given the failure to solve the frogging, that's what they call it, indentation, frogged mystery. I've just got the bricks ready for today's laying. Look at that, glorious. This is most uncommon in England. Garden's looking nice, by the way. This is the next project for next year, which I'm going to film, is I'm going to raise this whole lawn. Amongst other things, big landscaping job. So it's one to look forward to. Right, it's the next day. I'm all prepped up. Barrow of sand, big one. Load of concrete. Great news, arch fans. The arch is back. So I dry laid it. Right, I've been mulling this over for a little while. So what I'm trying to achieve 2 things. I need a facing brick in front of the concrete. Obviously I've got nothing underneath here. I thought about putting a lintel, like a metal thing in at one point. Is that what it's called? I think it's called that. I didn't. So what I actually think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a shape of brick like this. This is the bit I'm going to retain, and that will sit facing down here. Give me a little bit of overlap, and then the concrete can get underneath this. This will also be sitting on a bit of wood as well, so there'll be a good old chunk of concrete under there. So this will just act really as just a sort of facing thing. Little scheme. Predictably heavy. super exciting moment on site. So much so, I even moved the cement mixer so you can get a proper view. Okay. Oh, that came down beautifully. Right, let's have a quick poke around. So first of all, in terms of the thickness of it, actually a little bit thicker than I was going for be honest, but that's fine, absolutely fine. Yankee bloody doodle again. So I've got this edge, so I can put another coarser brick on top of that. It has sagged a little bit in the middle. Yeah, but I could definitely pass that off as a feature. Honestly, an 8 out of 10. Just lost a few points for that kind of sag and dip on those front bricks, but we'll sort that out. Right, another day on site. Got the bricks ready to go. Nice working height, so I can put the bricks up the top now. Got the mix on. Right, we're cooking on gas now. This is course 12 going in, completely sealing the arch. How does that look? It's bloody great. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I totally made the right decision. Putting that little notchy bit in there. Alright. That's my wood store and or dog kennel. It's not really a dog kennel. Right, here it is. This is basically phase 1 completed. So my satisfaction levels are at about a 9.5 out of 10. Definitely. It looks really straight, it looks really neat. I like the colour of the bricks. The mortar's good, stability all good. So just a quick couple of notes. You sort of say, well, it's not finished. Okay, so first of all, I haven't gone up to, which I need to, course 13. You can see it there in the chalk. The reason why is that means going over the top of the area of the cupboard doors. I need to fit the cupboard doors and the wood. Obviously, I haven't done that. But also, I really need to leave that open for when I'm working on top of the slab. Otherwise I'm going to be clambering everywhere, so I want to be able to basically walk inside those spaces, so that's deliberate. Also down the end, I haven't quite worked out what I'm going to do with this grill area yet, and more importantly I've run out of bricks, so there you go. But the fire bricks have arrived today, and I've got more bricks in order for the rest of it, so yeah, we're going to go on to phase 2, which will be the pizza oven.
Okay then, well thanks for watching. As I've said, this is a 3-parter, and I think the most astonishing thing is that I've actually clearly finished a project. So make sure you're subscribed to get the next episode, and we'll see you next time on Alex Builds.